All right, next one right ahead. All right, let's go on with pack 3. Really exciting. Already loving this so far. This is fantastic. So we got a devil token creature. All right. That's actually not bad. All right, the Scion of Stygia, another tiefling. Ooh, Cone of Cold, not bad. It's got flash, so we can cast it like an instant. When Scion of Stygia enters the battlefield, choose a target creature and roll a d20. Has to be one the opponent controls. 1 through 9 taps it, and 10 through 20 taps it and doesn't untap during the next step. Ooh, Potion of Healing. We got a real like basic kind of D&D staple here. When it enters the battlefield, you draw a card. It's an artifact. It's white, so I might end up using that in my white-green life gain deck. And you can sacrifice a potion and gain 3 life. Not bad. That is actually pretty sweet. I would like to see more of this set. I'm really enjoying it. We got a zombie ogre. This thing dies, we can venture into the dungeon. Got another plummet. And an elemental. I love elementals. I want to do a lot more with them. Like, they are really fun. So, Siege Monster. When it enters the battlefield, you roll a d20. 1 through 9, each player sacrifices a permanent. 10 through 19, each opponent sacrifices a permanent. So this would be pretty darn good in Commander. And if you get a natural 20, gotta love them nat 20s, your opponent's got to sacrifice 2. Now we got a Rogue Shortcut Seeker. Whenever it deals combat damage, you venture into the dungeon. There's a lot of dungeons here. We got a Yawn Snake people. They look fairly human-like, so like the snakier they are, I think like the less emotion they have, if I remember correctly. So this has Death Touch and makes you venture into the dungeon if it deals combat damage. You come to a river. You can either fight the current by returning a non-land permanent to the hand, or find a crossing, get +1 power, and can't be blocked. Feign Death. That's what I do at work all the time. Until the end of the turn, creature dies or returns to the battlefield tapped with a +1/+1 counter on it. Celestial Unicorn. Oh, this would be decent on in my life gain deck, but I'm already using, I believe, a Johnny's Pride Mate, so that would actually be a more costly version of it. You get 1/1 whenever you gain life. Oh, we got the Wizard class, one of my favorites. Ooh, no maximum hand size. I'm liking this whole kind of level up thing. You cast it as a sorcery. This is pretty decent. Like, you know what? I'm liking this. You see a pair of goblins. You can either charge them to have creatures you control get +2 power till end of turn, or befriend them to get 2 1/1 red goblin tokens. This would be very good in a Krenko deck. Ooh, we got another module showcase. So we have, this is a blue land, I believe. Temple of the Dragon Queen, an adventure for character levels 5 to 10. As Temple of the Dragon Queen enters the battlefield, you may reveal a dragon card from your hand. And it enters tapped unless you reveal a dragon or control a dragon. You choose a color, and then it becomes a land of that color. So that can be used anywhere. We're going to check this out, see what that is worth. There it is. So I'm already really loving these rarities. They're fantastic. I mean, it's only like a 50-cent card, but I like the card. I love playing dragons. So, honestly, I'm already really enjoying the alt arts we're getting today. You got the Sorcerer class. It makes sense that it would be a red-blue. Definitely made for Izzet. And, of course, I've got my Forest. All right, pack 4? Pack 4. So we already got 2 module lands. I'm really enjoying this. We got a skeleton. Pretty basic. And it is a dungeon. I'm going to have to see how the dungeons work. It's possible that you just choose what dungeon you go into. It might be set. I don't know. But it seems cool. All right, we got a Dwarf Ranger. I've wanted to see more dwarf support for years, because we haven't really had it since like Aether Revolt, I think, and Kaladesh. And that was like for vehicles. I wanted to see like non-vehicle dwarves. So as long as you've completed a dungeon, Gloomstalker is double strike. That can be pretty useful. So Grim Bounty, destroy a creature or planeswalker, or create a treasure token. I would kind of want to make like a dragon treasure token deck that I can really just spam out of. You could really use these very well for like a good red burn deck. Sylvan Shepherd, a human druid. You get to roll a d20, 1 through 9. Gain a life, 10 through 19, 2 life, 20, you get 5 life. I'm loving all these d20 things. I love d20s. They are my favorite kind. Boots of Speed. Gives them +1 in haste. I like that. That is, honestly, it's such a low-cost equipment, but it's so effective. Like, this is just... People underestimate, like, how powerful haste really is. Contact other plane. Yeah, I don't want to do that, thanks. I roll a d20 again, 1 through 9, get 2 cards. 10 through 19, scry 2, draw 2. 20, scry 3, draw 3. That's pretty good. Hey, I was kind of hoping for this one because it looked cool. The +2 Mace. Plus weapons are such a staple in D&D. Like, getting your first +1 weapon is just so awesome. So this gives a creature +2/+2. It's also the most basic way you can get a magic item without breaking the game. So you find the villain's lair. You can either foil their scheme to counter a spell, or learn the secrets to draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards. I'm liking these choose one things. These are incredibly versatile. I like cards that you can use in multiple ways that give you options. I'm a toolbox player. I love to have options. Like, that's really important for me. Boulette. I think I've seen one of those things before. So at the beginning of your end step, if a creature died, he gets a 1/1. Clattering Skeletons. When they die, you venture into the dungeon. So a mono black dungeon deck might be pretty good. Alright, so we have this Cursed Idol. You can either smash it to destroy an artifact, lift the curse to destroy an enchantment, or steal its eyes to get a treasure token and venture in the dungeon. Even better. Ooh, a Roper! These things are nasty. So it doesn't untap during your untap step, but when you gain life, you untap it. That could be potentially broken if you do that right. I'm going to set that off to the side. We're going to check that out. Lurking Roper Showcase. So it's only about 8 cents, but you know what? It's interesting. And I do apologize for kind of the shakiness of this. Again, this is my first time using this particular gooseneck. Still kind of annoyed I couldn't go live, but you know what? We're going to work with it. We're going to get 1,000 subscribers eventually, and we're going to make this work. Alright, so we got Wild Shape, perfect for druids. You either choose one. Until end of turn, a target creature you control has the base power and toughness and becomes a creature type of gains of the ability. You can either make a creature a 1/3 turtle with hexproof, a 1/5 spider with reach, or a 3/3 elephant with trample. Very versatile. I'm loving it. Hey, we got one of the dragons. We got the black dragon. Oop, dropped a card. It's the Wild Shape. So yeah, we got one of the dragons. I'm so excited. So we got the black dragon here. It has flying. It's a 7-drop creature with 4/4. It has acid breath. When it enters the field, a target creature gets -3/-3 till the end of the turn. So I was hoping to pull one of these. This I can definitely probably use in my commander deck. Hey. And we got Drizzt Do'Urden, the famous Elf Ranger himself. So he's a 5-drop green-white. Could probably use him. He's got 3/3, double strike. When he enters the battlefield, we create a Gwen Hawar, legendary 4/1 cat with token with trample. Whenever a creature dies, if it has power greater than Drizzt's power, you put 1/1 counters on him equal to the difference. So this would be an absolutely amazing commander. We're going to check him out right now. Drizzt Do'Urden. He's not the showcase, but you know what? I'm feeling him. So it looks like he's only about a 20-cent card, but this guy, He's going to be important in Commander. I can see that right now. He's going to be absolutely fabulous. All right, so let's move on to pack 5. And then we'll probably go to the next video after that, just for the sake of time. Hey! Oh, man, I love this. Fairy Dragons. I love Fairy Dragons. So I got this token here. It's a 1/1 with flying. Looks like a blue-green creature. I love it. So man, we're doing pretty good. We're only about halfway through. Sepulchre Ghoul. Part of a good black sacrifice engine. Nice. Compelled Duel. Creature gets +3/+3 till end of turn and must be blocked. Not bad at all. Jaded Sellsword. Oh, it's a Dragonborn. The Dragonborn. When he enters the battlefield, if mana from a treasure was spent to cast it, it gets first strike and haste until the end of the turn. That's good. That would be great for the mono-red dragon deck that I have in mind. Artifact Creature Wall, Secret Door. Venture into the dungeon by paying 4 colorless and a blue. Activate as a sorcery. So this would be pretty decent. Maybe you put like Indestructible on that thing and Hexproof, and you just have a free venturing thing right there. We got another Potion of Healing. Really glad to see that. I got a Ranger's Hawk. It's another one that's a 1/1, 1-drop with flying. You can tap it and pay 3 to tap an untapped creature you control and venture into the dungeon. Another Direwolf Prowler. A Hobgoblin Captain. It's a Goblin Barbarian. Whenever a Hobgoblin Captain attacks, we have the Pack Tactics again. He's going to gain first strike. Evolving Wilds. Wilds, love the new art. That is a staple in Magic. You tap it and sacrifice it, search for a basic land, put it on the battlefield. Dragon's Disciple. Looks like a human monk. Loving the artwork. I can reveal a dragon card from my hand, and if I do or I control a dragon, he gets 1/1 on him. And dragons have Ward 1. So this guy would be fantastic. Ward is a great ability. So if a creature has Ward, whatever the Ward cost is, your opponent has to pay that to even be able to target them with something. Feywild Trickster, a Gnome Warlock. Not bad. When you roll 1 or more dice, you can create the blue Fairy Dragon token. Oh, I can spam that. I can spam so much out of that. Ingenious Smith. An Artificer, nice. I can check the top 4 cards of my library when it enters the battlefield. Reveal an artifact, put it in your hand. The rest go on the bottom. Whenever the artifacts enter your battlefield, you get 1/1 counters that triggers once per turn. Hobgoblin Bandit Lord. All the other goblins get 1/1. So that would be a very decent card to use. And you can tap them and pay a red to deal damage equal to the total number of goblins that enter the battlefield that turn. And an Eltugard Ranger, it has reach and creates a wolf token when it enters the battlefield. We're going to check that out because that's my rare. Probably, no, it's a common. It's not going to be worth that much. Alright, so now we'll move on to the next one.